Okay, today we are here talking to Said. We have had a couple of conversations. His opinion is Islam is great for him because it's for men. You know, he wants to fight and it's great. It's a very brave man's religion. So I have a couple of questions regarding the Islam. First of all, were they burying girls by the time when the Prophet came in Arabia? They were burying young girls alive. So that was most of them were doing that, yeah?
Yeah, it was like the norm, yeah.
It was the norm. It wasn't the exception.
Yeah, the norm.
So it was the norm. That means there were not very many women left, right?
You could say so, yeah. But a lot of girls were buried alive.
Well, okay, let's say there's 100 girls born,
maybe
and
50,
let's say 50 of them are buried.
30,
okay, so that means 30 to 50% of the women population is that.
That means that there will be more men than women.
There more than the women. So in that society, if Allah is sending a message through His Prophet saying a man should marry 4 women, then that means that only 10% or 20% of men will be able to get all the women, and then the 80% of the men will have no women. So did Allah not think about this equation? Because it's
I'll explain this to you. Even Muslims don't understand this topic very well, you know.
Okay. Well, it's a difficult topic, so I hope you are going to be able to help us understand it.
They don't know why a man can marry 4, and they don't know the background for it, or the what do they say, the context for it. Islam is a religion that have jihad and fighting. So the first generation of Muslims and the second, men used to go to jihad and fight. So they died. So these men who died, they left women. So the solution for these women is for the men who came back to marry them beside their own wives, which they had already.
Yeah, I got your point. I got your point, because this was creating a scarcity of men because they were dying in war, and there were more women left, so they didn't want to leave the women alone. So they said, okay, one man can marry 4 men. But there's a little problem with that, because when Islam started, the women were, at least from your accounting, it's about 50 to 60, 70% less than men. So even if 10% of the men died in the war, because how many men go to war? Like 20,000? What was the population? Like hundreds of thousands. Right? So it's only 10%. Okay, in war, this is all over history. All over man's history, the men who go to war are not more than 5% of the population, ever. Okay? So let's give it 10% of the population in this case.
So their generation, big percentage of them went to war.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Let's say 10%, because it's double.
No, I would say more, actually.
What would you say?
More.
Look, look at the army. No. Okay, hold on. Then look at your army. When they went to war, how much did they have? They were always outnumbered by the enemy. Remember that. They were very few, and the enemy was like 3 times or 10 times more than them. Yeah. Okay. So you got to keep those numbers in mind. You don't say, oh, they were 10% or 20. No, you got to keep and then say, okay, this could be the population, so this many men could. Okay, fine. So all I'm saying is, the numbers are not going to work out, no matter how you look at it.
Okay.
Now there's another problem. It wouldn't work out back then, and it wouldn't work out today. Let's say today, the whole of England becomes Muslim. All of them. Okay. And all of them, they start marrying 4 women. All of them. What happens? There's only 50-50, right? There's like 49-50 or 48-50. Okay?
Not all.
So that means you're gonna only have 25% of men married. The other will have nothing.
In England, if they all become Muslims, not all men will find 3 more wives. Not each will find 3. Because there isn't.
No. Let's say, okay, but not all of England is gonna become. Not all of UK is gonna become Muslim. Anyways, this is a hypothetical situation.
I know.
In a situation where there was such thing like this, and all of them were Mormons, they said we want to have 4 wives, just like what our Quran is preaching, and they go and get 4 wives, because this is a religion for men. Let's say they all become Muslim because they want to be men, like Tate, what's his name, Tate? Andrew Tate. So they're all becoming like him because they watched him. Now they're like, man, this is a good religion.
No, man, what do you mean? We had manhood in Islam from day one. It's not about Andrew Tate.
All right. Let's. I was just okay.
The Quran
let's not get okay. A man book.
Yeah, because.
But the thing is, look, in any society, back then, now, in the future, whenever you look at the society, that formula is formula for disaster. 4 wives.
You mean fighting?
Four wives. Because a society cannot sustain a whole society marrying 4 women. That means there's always going to be 70% people that have no wives.
Look, if you ask me about this topic, and I tell you my own opinion, is marrying 4 wives are only for us jihadi society.
Okay, so now...
It's not for Muslims today, because they don't do jihad. Because jihad is connected with it.
Said, I like your argument. It's a great argument. That there's a little bit of a flaw there.
Okay.
The flaw is,
let's look
where
at the
does
verse.
it say? Yeah, show us the verse.
Talk about this topic.
Yes, show us the verse where it says, because of jihad. No, I don't have
Okay.
my. Yeah, you take it out your phone.
I
Hey,
don't
Fred, can I use your phone? Do you have a phone? Extra phone? No. No. Okay.
Okay. I'll translate the verse.
Yeah.
The verse say, marry
Marry four if you can, 2 or 3, 4. But if you cannot you cannot do justice to all, then marry 1.
Yeah,
right.
the whole
I know the
idea,
verse.
the
Yeah.
whole idea
But where
behind-
does it say? Okay, hold on, please. That's my point. But in that verse, where does it say anything about jihad? Anything?
the whole
Nothing.
context is jihad.
Ah.
Because Allah is talking about.
Hey, Idris, come here.
No, wait.
I gotta use his phone. I want to get the verse. Okay.
Where is your mobile?
No, I didn't charge it. It's like died. It's
Okay.
already dead.
The
yeah.
verse is saying the context of it is why do men marry another wife? Is because of the orphans.
Can I use your phone? Just come here. I want to ask you. My phone. I know you did. I need your phone. He wants to show me a verse. Come on.
No. لا بالانجليزي. You have a phone revelation.
No, he doesn't, bro. If I had another
Do you have
one.
a phone?
No, my phone is dead.
Tell Jay Smith to send you a battery back.
Okay.
Jay Smith, send him a battery
Come
bank.
on. Okay. Tell me then. Come here then. Come here.
I need to go.
No, where are you going? Just give me
Just
5
arrived.
minutes. Give me
No,
5
I
minutes.
haven't warmed up, Sam.
Okay, I know.
Honestly, I need to
Okay,
go.
you gotta go. But wait a minute. The question is, he's saying, can you just verify for me? Because he's saying, okay,
Fast watch.
all right, thank you. He's saying that the 4-wife verse, you know, the where it's talking about marry 1,
Take two,
and take
three,
2, 3, 4. If you cannot do
1.
justice, take 1. He's saying the context of that verse
I don't know the context.
is jihad, because I know it doesn't, and that's
Of
why.
course it does. It's about jihad.
Okay,
You
that's
know
why we need the phone, because we need
No,
to
you-
see the
you can-
context.
يعني غير في الوقت الجهاد you can marry 2, 3, 4.
No, أنا قلت الله أصلا شرع تعدد الزوجات بسبب الجهاد لأن
بسبب
الرجال
الجهاد.
ماتوا.
بسبب
أي
الجهاد.
زمان you can marry 2, 3, 4.
I would say no Muslim today who doesn't do jihad is allowed to marry another wife. It's
There you
not
go.
allowed.
That's
You know why?
That's
This is
not
my
open.
opinion. I know.
What? Okay, fine. He just okay. Because before he said it was in the verse, before he said the
My
context
opinion.
of the
No, no.
verse.
This is what my understanding.
Scholarly opinion.
Yeah, it's not. No.
Well, but he also said before this, he also said that this is in the context of that verse,
Yes.
is in the context of jihad.
Maybe,
That's what he said.
Maybe, but even though it's generic, you can do it anytime, not on jihad.
All right. So the point is, my friend, like you're now backing away from your first thing that it was in the context. It's not in the context. You're saying it's my opinion. Then that's your opinion. But the problem with either your opinion or the problem remains. 4 women is a problem in any society, in any circumstance.
Brother, you misunderstood the whole topic. Let me explain to you
Go ahead.
what it's all about. When Muslims went for
Jihad,
jihad,
yeah.
a lot of men died.
Yeah.
They left widows and orphans.
But
So
then also they got a lot of women because the men they killed, they had those women. Oh, they became their slaves.
that's another topic.
Oh, that's the
No, no.
slaves. Okay.
So
okay.
Allah is finding a solution for the orphans
Yeah.
whose fathers died in jihad.
Yeah.
So Allah say to the men who came back, look after these orphans who are the children of your comrades. Okay. How do you look after them? You have to marry them.
Marry their mother.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
Well,
have
that's
to.
good. That's good. That's
Otherwise, you can't.
you know, I like you because you're so good at
So-
trying to defend Islam, but there's
so-
still problem.
So this is if the attention is not looking after orphans,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to marry.
So you're not allowed to marry. Now that's
It's not
another
for pleasure.
claim.
It's not for pleasure.
It's not
A rich
for pleasure.
Man, yeah, a rich man today,
If he can have 4 wives because he can
say,
afford
okay,
it.
I'll marry another one because I like it. She's beautiful. I like her.
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
It's not like it doesn't.
It's
work.
not like
It's
that? He
No,
has to marry
you
her because,
another one
oh,
because
you know, she has
came
a
back.
kids. Nobody can
yes.
take care of her. I
Because
will marry
her
her.
husband died in jihad.
Yeah.
So who's gonna look after
Look
the children?
after the children.
I have to marry the woman.
Ah, and that's the context of the Quran.
That's the context. Yeah. yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but
so
you,
these
but you said
Muslims-
but
these
he said
Muslims,
that's not the context.
In my eyes, are sinners. Are sinners, are mockers of Islam.
Yeah, but the problem
It's
is
not allowed
that
for them to
the
marry.
problem is if what you are saying, because it sounds reasonable, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yes,
But the problem is it's not in the Quran. It's in your mind.
Brother.
It's in your mind.
We have to find the phone.
Yeah, we have to find the
Okay,
phone.
We have to find the phone.
Can we get the phone, man? We got to find this verse because he's saying that he keeps insisting this verse has the context of jihad in it, meaning God is only telling you to marry women because they have no husbands. They are Muslim women. They're good women. They've lost their husband, and now you're only allowed to marry
maybe
4.
We're talking about that
Okay,
another video.
no problem.
Was
All right.
there anything else you want to talk about?
No, for now this was enough. I think
Yeah.
because in any society, because let's forget about okay. Today, are we doing jihad? Is Islam going out conquering other countries? No. Today, that means any man who's marrying 2, 3, 4 wives, what is he doing?
To me, I think he's sinning. It's he doesn't know his religion. If
I
he
don't want
say-
the Muslims to kill you, man, because you keep saying anti-Islamic things on camera, and you tell me that they're gonna kill me. For me, they have a reason, but you're gonna talk yourself into Islam, Muslims trying to kill
reason
you.
for everything is very important in Islam. You have to do everything for the right reason. Why you marry another wife is to look after the orphans. It's not for pleasure. It's not for pleasure.
Why is he? He's not a Muslim, man. He keeps saying un-Islamic things. I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
You two are having a debate, huh?
No, but tell me.
The least that could
do
be
you
said
have a
about
phone
them
on you?
is they are ignorant.
He wants to show me a verse. The verse about the 4 marrying 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Right? Do you have the verse? Can you just Google that?
I don't have no internet.
Oh, you have no internet. Okay, no problem. But the problem is the Quran saying that you can only marry 4 women if they are the widows of the jihadis?
You can marry 4 women.
It doesn't matter
See,
if
they
they're.
don't know. The Muslims don't know. Okay, what was it that you want to say exactly?
I'm
about this
saying that
topic? Yeah.
about this topic, I'm saying it makes no sense.
To-
Allah
to-
didn't
to
do the
marry
math.
More than one.
Any society, if you man start
It's
marrying
not
4
practical,
women,
you mean? I agree with you.
Allah didn't think it. Here's a phone.
I
We got a
agree with
phone.
you. Oh, okay.
We got a phone.
I've got a phone.
All right. Yeah, we all don't have the battery.
We want to check a verse.
Okay, can you help him find the verse? Just go on QuranJust.com.
Surah 4.
Surah 4.
Go to Surah 4.
Go to Surah 4. Quran.com, Surah 4.
Surah 4 in English.
Yeah. So we're gonna get the context because he's saying that I asked him very clearly. I said today because he's saying that in the time Allah was doing
It's
this.
actually, the Surah 4 actually called women.
Oh, that's great, man. Here, let's read the Surah 4. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Finger on it, so go on.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, please read the thing. I'm just gonna talk to
Okay,
this brother.
this is
Yeah.
what it,
Okay, go ahead.
It actually starts straight away with the surah. Verse 2, straight away. Verse 1 is fear Allah. Verse 2,
Go
about
ahead.
to the
Go
topic.
ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 2 it says, and give orphans their properties. You know why Allah said this? Because their fathers died, so they left them something. So Allah said to them, don't take their properties.
Give it to them.
Leave it,
Okay,
it's for
go
them. Leave it. And do not substitute
No. Let me say
the
one
bad
thing.
for the good.
Okay. Now he shook his head. And you said this is when Allah is saying it because they
a
lost their
scholar
husband.
only scholar could answer me.
Okay, my friend. My question is, where did you gather that from this text that these women are the widows?
Because I know what I know what Allah is talking
My
about.
friend, I don't.
I'm telling you that.
No, I'm not. Okay,
I know you don't.
I don't, but I'm asking you to show me that the Quran is saying it. You could say, you also said that, the guy said, no, this is not. You said, this is my opinion. So you're giving me your opinion.
Do you know?
And I don't need a scholar's opinion. I don't need your opinion or his opinion.
Okay.
I want the Quran's opinion, what Allah said about this.
The problem you have is the problem most Muslims have. You don't know that the Quran is for mujahideen only. It's not for a Muslim who don't do jihad. Allah doesn't address a Muslim who sit at home all his life.
So
It's not
all
for him.
Muslims are supposed to be jihadis.
If you want to follow the Quran,
Yeah.
the Quran is the book of jihad.
The
If you
book
don't
of
want to do jihad, find another religion.
Is that true?
I'm not getting involved. You two having a discussion.
Okay, okay.
Some people don't know, have knowledge.
No,
so,
okay, okay.
let's read it. Let's
Okay, read it, read it.
And give orphans their property. Allah is talking to the mujahideen who came back. He's not talking to people who sit at home. Okay? And do not substitute the bad for the good, and do not consume their property by combining them with yours, for that would be a serious sin. Okay, so Allah giving a solution.
No, I
here.
understand that. I
Okay.
understand that. Go
If
ahead.
you fear you cannot act fairly toward the orphans, when you, I'm adding this, when you want to look after them, but you don't,
Okay.
you,
You
feel
don't want to
cannot do
take
it,
their
then
son.
marry their mothers. Marry the women, obviously their mothers.
All right.
Marry the mothers of these orphans.
Uh-huh.
Marry two,
2, 3,
four.
4. Okay. We're talking about four wives in the Quran. Man.
Marry two.
4 wives. So
4 wives?
Yeah.
Marry 2, 3, 4. But if you fear, you will not be fair because you took too much. Maybe you could fair.
Yeah, or you cannot afford
Four is
because
too much for
you
you.
can
Yeah.
give her a house, but the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
2 you
yeah,
don't have
yeah,
money
yeah.
to pay for the house.
But if you fear you will not be fair, then marry one or
Or
what
two.
you already have.
All right.
That makes it more likely that you avoid pies. Give women their dowries. So Allah is giving more information, more instructions.
Give women their dowry. Okay.
So, but if they willingly forgo some of it, then consume it with enjoyment and pleasure.
Okay.
Do not give the immature your money.
Who?
This is Allah is talking about the immature your money.
Oh, okay.
Kids.
Kids,
They're
okay.
immature.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Don't give it to them. Okay,
their,
okay,
It's
okay.
their money,
But keep it until they're
keep it for them because they're gonna waste it.
Okay, go ahead. I'm trying to see. Okay,
For
go
God,
ahead.
Then consume. Do not give the immature
Yeah.
your money, which God has assigned to you for support, but provide for them from it. You look after them.
Okay,
Spend
okay.
it on them, and clothe. It's their money, but you giving you're spending it on
Yeah,
them.
you use it on
And
them.
speak to them with kind words. Test the orphans. You see, test the orphans until they reach the age of marriage. If they find, basically Allah is saying to you, when they become adults, give them their money and their freedom.
But here's the thing. All this, you said the context of this verse is jihad.
Yes.
Now I'm trying to listen to this to see if there's any reason why you would say that from the Quran. I know you said that, so don't tell me I know. Okay, but I don't know, and I'm not looking for what you know because you know it for whatever reason. But I want to know if the Quran has the context and if that is true. Because if that's true, then all the Muslims, because you say most of the Muslims don't know this, so you know something that most of the Muslims, because no other Muslim is saying. The other brother came, he didn't say that.
We
He said,
the verse, or we
yeah, I think we're finished. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the phone. Thank you. Yeah. So the Quran's context does not support jihadi or the women who are widows of jihadis, and only marry those women for up to 2, 3, 4 times. And then why stop at 4? What if you have a really bad situation where there's all the men were dead and now you have to marry 10 of them?
Then you can marry 10.
You can marry 10?
You can marry 10 because there's
You only do,
Yeah, there's a different
you can only
situation.
do your part of the responsibility by looking after 4 families.
Without Jesus, you are lost.
So you can marry 10 of them if the need arises.
No.
But what happened to giving them justice? Because you cannot give 10 women justice, can you?
That's why it's up to you. If you cannot give
So
justice.
He's telling you that you're
Sorry, we're doing a
No, you
video.
can't remove your
Okay, we're doing a video.
I'm
sorry.
telling you what I'm
Okay,
telling
tell us
you.
later.
I could go over.
Okay, we're doing a video with him about a topic.
Ignore him.
Okay, my friend is here said, yeah, you can do 10 marriages when there's need arise because there is so many women and you cannot leave them alone because they need somebody to help, right? That's what it is, right? Okay, so in that context, if he's correct, and let's say he's correct, you can do 10. The problem with this whole argument is this: today you're not doing any jihad. You're not going conquering and not doing anything.
yes.
Why are Muslims men?
Jihad is nafs.
I
Nafs
told
means
you.
like inner
Okay,
it doesn't
okay.
have to
So
be-
now,
Do you
Jihad doesn't have
think
to
all
be both.
Muslims?
exactly.
Do you
So
think all Muslims know Islam? 99.9% don't know Islam. They go to the mosque, they don't know why. They go to the mosque. If you ask them why you pray, he doesn't know.
I agree.
Yeah, so they don't know Islam.
So-
that's why Allah say ask the people who know,
who are they?
like me. You know.
Harlem, scholars.
Scholars like you.
I am a scholar. Yeah.
But Allah also said, go to the one of the book. The people of the book, they know.
I am
the
a
people
scholar.
of the book.
I don't look it.
I am
don't
the
look
people
it
of the book.
because I'm hiding myself. You know.
Oh, no, you told me that. I know.
undercover,
I know.
I'm
You're
undercover.
undercover Imam.
I'm undercover
Okay.
imam.
I'm undercover imam.
Yeah.
I'm the person of the book because your Quran says go
memorized-
to the people who know the
No,
book,
no.
which is us.
Look,
So
I
you have
know
to
the
come to
whole
us.
Quran. I memorize it. I know it by heart.
Ah.
I know thousands of.
But the
hadith.
problem is you don't know the
Thousands.
Quran because the problem is you just said that this verse is in the context of jihad, and I said in the
whole
Quran.
everything is context. The biggest context of Quran is jihad.
And
Allah
can you
is
prove that?
addressing mujahideen.
Can you prove that?
Yeah, because.
No. My question is, you made a very big claim.
Yes.
You made a very big claim.
I'll prove it to you.
My friend, can we use your phone again?
Gordon,
Gordon!
I prove to you. I prove to you that a Muslim who doesn't do jihad is not a believer.
No. You made a comment. You said Islam, the biggest context of Islam is all in jihad. If you are not a jihadi, you're not really following Quran. So I'm saying, can you prove that? So you're going to show me a verse that's going to prove that to be a real Muslim, you have to be a jihadi. Okay. Because you said that Islam is for men. And jihadis are men, right? Are women jihadis too?
Women's job is to support the fighting.
The support by marrying the jihadis. Okay, no problem.
No, they support, you know.
All right. I mean, man, this is. All right. This is just a warm up. I just got here, so I need a warm up.
Really?
Oh, man.
He did, but he also said, you have heard it said, this is how you pray, and I show you. You've heard it said, this is how you pray, I show you. You've heard it said, this is not the man. This is how you're all doing it.
So Said is finding a verse that's going to show us that the real Muslim, according to the Quran, is the one who's doing jihad, whose aim in life is jihad. Because then everything comes together in the Quran, like marrying 4 women or even more women, to accommodate the widows of jihadis. Because Allah wants to take care of all the people that are fighting in jihad for Him. So let's see, he's going to prove. I asked him to please prove that from the Quran, and he's looking for that verse that's going to show us clearly, because Quran is a clear book.
Okay.
Can you give us the reference too? Just so people can Google it.
Okay.
Which Sunnah?
Surah 33,
Surah 33,
verse 19.
verse 19.
Okay. Do you want I
Go ahead, read it.
the part we
No,
need,
you can
or-
read the context. You can read 1 or 2 before
Okay.
and 1
Allah
or 2
is,
after.
is talking here about jihad.
Read the 2 verses before that, so it'll come up. Yeah, I want to see what it says.
Okay. Say, flight will not benefit you.
What?
Flight will not benefit you.
Flight.
Running away.
Oh,
from
running
fight.
away will not
running
benefit you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Allah is talking about
All right.
fighting here.
Oh, yeah.
I could start if you want more.
No,
You
I just
more?
want 2 or
Is
3
that
verses
enough?
before. No, read the full context.
Say.
You want me
say-
to? Yeah,
say
I will
them-
read it. Let me read it. Let me
Okay,
read it.
16,
Okay.
16.
16. Oh, shoot. It went down. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to read from 16 to what?
16.
16 to?
to 16 to 19.
Okay, 16 to 19. Surah 33, 16 to 19. Safe flight will not benefit you if you flee from death or killing, even then you will be given only brief enjoyment. Say, who is it who will shield you from God? If he intends adversity for you or intends mercy for you, besides God, then will find for themselves neither friend nor helper. God already knows the hinderers among you, and those who say to their brethren, come and join us, rarely do they mobilize for battle, being stingy towards you, and when fear approaches, you see them staring at you, their eyes rolling, like someone fainting at death. Then, when panic is over, they whip you with sharp tongues. They resent you any good. These have never believed.
Okay, you stop
So
there.
God
They
has
have never
nullified their works, a matter easy for God. They assumed that the Confederates had not withdrawn, but were the Confederates to advance, they would wish they were in the desert with the Bedouins, inquiring about your news. And if they were among you, they would have done little fighting. This is about fighting, not running away. Now, how does this or any of this context or verse tell us that to be a moment, okay, it is talking about do this,
Yes,
don't be
yes.
like,
Yes,
okay, that's a command to fight,
Yes, yes,
right?
yeah.
Now, where does it say that in order to be a Muslim, real Muslim, you have to be a jihadist?
This verse say it. It says, Allah is talking about these people who don't want to really fight. They might join the army, they might go out, but when before the battle, they go home.
They go home.
They want to go home. So Allah say about them, they never believed.
Ah,
They never believe.
Okay.
They're not, which basically mean they're not believers. And in Islam, if you're not a believer, you're not a real Muslim, because you could be a Muslim and a hypocrite.
Now, the thing with that is that would apply to that particular scenario where there is
No. I
because
can show
of-
you later in other verses.
because in today's world,
Plenty,
the Muslims, this scenario doesn't work. This scenario where God is saying, don't run away from battle, just saying that you have a faith, and then when the battle comes, you run away. That's the main point of this verse and this passage.
What does they never believed mean?
They never believed
In Allah. They
Yeah,
never
that's
believed.
right.
They never believed in Allah.
They never
So
believed
they're
in
not
Allah because
Muslims.
they're not willing to fight.
So they're not Muslims.
Okay, so they're not Muslim.
Yeah. What's the point of becoming Muslim is to believe.
So
in Allah.
any Muslim who doesn't want to have, okay, because the other brother standing here said jihad is of the nafs. Nafs mean of, your, what do you call that?
Of course, yeah, that's
Like
right.
stopping
But also-
yourself from sinning
but
is also jihad.
but
Like
also-
not watching.
In Islam, if you are a man,
Yeah.
Muslim, who refuse to go to jihad and you live for 80 years and never did jihad, it's like you never been a Muslim.
But okay, now here's the thing. The brother, because now the Muslims are defining jihad not as fighting the infidels, but as saying, my jihad is to go to the gym. My jihad is to take care of my kids. My jihad is to is to lose weight. That's also jihad. So, in that context, this verse does not apply, because this verse is specifically saying if the Muslim does not want to fight, he never had faith in me because he's not willing to fight for me. That's what this verse is saying. And you're saying, yes, that's true. If that's true, then jihad only and only means physical fight. It doesn't mean that you are controlling you're not sinning or not eating more because you're trying to lose weight. That's not jihad. That means that they're lying to us. On the West, they're telling the West that Islam jihad means I'm going to gym, or Islamic jihad means I'm taking care of
let me
this
explain
and
to
that.
you, Sam.
So
Let
then
me
people
tell
could
you
say,
why-
I'm a Muslim because I'm doing jihad, because I'm doing these things.
Let me tell you.
I'm
let
not
me
fighting,
tell-
but I'm doing
let-
these things.
Look, we recognize self spiritual jihad. It's very good. We recognize it. It's very good to fight the self and the ego.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
very good.
okay,
But
okay.
we're talking here about, for example, let's say a Muslim country has been invaded. by a non-Muslim country,
Like Afghanistan.
like Afghanistan,
Ah,
Iraq,
Iraq.
and these people who are not Muslim, they're
Yeah.
killing.
They're
Muslims.
killing Muslims.
And let's say you're in a neighboring Muslim country.
Why not in the neighboring? Why can't you take a flight to go there?
I'm giving
Because
you an
people are
example,
going. Listen,
Let's say you're
in Syria.
anywhere.
Listen, in Syria
Don't
there were
interrupt
people.
my point.
Okay,
Don't
hold on,
interrupt.
just a second, because you just said something. There were people flying from all over the world to Syria, Muslims, from England, from
Yeah.
women
Let's
from
say
England
you're-
going and
yeah,
marrying
okay,
them.
okay.
Yeah,
You're everywhere.
They were
You're
doing
anywhere.
jihad. They
You're
were doing
anywhere.
jihad. They were doing jihad.
You can see non-Muslims are killing Muslims, and you don't go to jihad, you're not a Muslim.
What about Muslims killing Muslims? Like Yemen and Saudi
They are
Arabia.
wrong, if they are wrong,
Like Yemen and
they're-
Saudi
they're
Arabia.
not Muslims. If they are wrong, they're not Muslims.
What do you mean they're wrong?
Because Allah says in the Quran, anyone who would kill a believer for him being a believer is not a believer.
So you're saying Saudi Arabia is killing Yemenis, right?
Well, Allah will look at the reasons.
Okay, because then there was Iran-Iraq war. There's a lot of Islamic country wars,
What I'm
right?
saying is, if you're a Muslim and you
Who
wanna
is doing
fight
the jihad in Saudi Arabia and Yemen? Are the Muslims of Yemen doing jihad on the Saudis, or are the Saudis doing jihad on
You
the
know,
Muslims?
jihad has its own system and order.
Is jihad only
You can't
applicable
just-
to non-Muslims?
You can't just come, wake up and go, say I'll do jihad. You can't. Jihad has a system and order you have to follow. First, you have to have a group of Muslims. Then you have to have the leader, and then you have to put a reasonable plan,
All right.
and then you have to have a land where it's space for you. It's like an army, you know.
But then there is the two Muslim armies fighting each other.
Yeah.
Okay, Saudi Arabia and Yemen. Yeah. So who's doing the real jihad here?
No, to me, none of them.
None of them.
None of them.
How is Allah looking at this now? And when they're dying,
It's all
are they
un-Islamic.
getting any? It's un-Islamic.
Non-Islamic. It's non-Islamic.
Thank
They
you,
fight
Said.
for their own political.
All right. Thank you so
gains.
much.
Okay.
It's good to talk to you, man. Nice. Okay, we have again shown how ridiculous Islam is. How their 4 marriages doesn't work. Jihad is not the only reason why you can marry 4 women. 4 women are for pleasure, for if you are rich, if you can afford them, you can do that. So Islam doesn't work in any society, even in the old society or the new one or a future society. It's from the devil. Jesus is Lord. Oh, you want the mic? Okay, hold on. I will.
لا مو مستعبد، انا حر، انا حر. تدفع ضرائب؟ شمسي. ها؟ تدفع ضرائب؟ لا ما ادفعوا لي شيء. خليني اصور بالله خليني. يلا يلا صور بالله عليك. صور انت المداخله لا تسمح علي حرب، اسلم علي وفي حرب معامله. شمسي والله ما تضيعوا لي وقتي، خليني شوي بين المسلمين. انا اقول لك شوف
كلام سريع، ودي اخوي
هذه كره قدم.
والله يا اخوي شوف، انت تقول للناس انك تتبع الصحابه، لكن الله قال في القران والذين امنوا من بعد، يعني الايه تقول من بعدهم وهاجروا،
مضمون الايه
والذين جاءوا من بعدهم وهاجروا وجاهدوا معكم فاولئك منكم. في شروط هنا عشان تكون مع الصحابه، لازم تهاجر ولازم تجاهد معهم.
Can you say it in English so we can understand?
لا ما speak Arabic. Just go away man. روح عبد صليب، عبد حمار، عبد بقره، عبد كبش. انت هذه الايه ما سبب نزول هذه الايه؟
سبب نزول هي عامه.
لا ليس عامه.
لا عامه، هي عامه.
لا احنا لا ليس. كيف انت سوف تسمح
ما جاوا من بعدهم زي انا وانت من بعدهم هي اخر سوره في اخر ايه في سوره الانفال.
نذهب تفسير طبري.
لا ليش ما تحتاج تفسير؟ الله يقول والذين جاءوا من بعدهم
لابد من العلماء، لان الآية ما تتكلم عن الذين. اسمح لي انا سوف اقول لك نقطتين خلاص. هذه الآية تتكلم عن أناس جلسوا.
لا عني وعنك. لا
خلاص أدب الطبري.
ليش طبري؟
أنا وأنت موجودين.
أنت ما تفهم؟
أنت عارف تفسير؟
أنا أعرف. أفهم القرآن.
ما هو المقدم؟ أعطيني آية مقدمة ومؤخرة.
أنا أفهم القرآن.
القرآن في مقدم.
خليني أفهم. خليني أقول لك فهمي. بعدين أنت تقول.
لا في
القرآن واضح. الله قال ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر. القرآن بسيط. إذا تقول أنا ما أفهمه يعني مو لك أنت.
لا
هذا كفر بالقرآن.
فابن عباس حمار عندك أنت.
لا إذا أنت تقول.
ابن عباس قال كما روى الطبري في تفسيره.
ما قال هالكلام.
في آيات. شوف
الله أنت مو تابع للصحابة. أنت مو تابع
للصحابة. هذه الجهاد جالسة. لماذا لا تجاهد؟
انا ابغى الجهاد له نظام. مو فوضى. يلا اروح اطلع من البيت.
ليش تسمي انا جاهد وانت ما تجاهد؟
انا ابغى ولي امر.
خلاص
ولي امر الجهاد.
ولي امر جهاد. انت ما عندك ولي امر انت.
ادور انت
على الامر.
انت تصير ولي.
خذ هذا ولي امر.
انت
انا
اولياء الامور. اروح السعوديه ولي امر صح؟
انت مسؤول امرك انت؟ السعوديه؟
اعوذ بالله. هو ولي امر ولا مو ولي امر؟
دقيقه، ولي امرك انت ام لا؟ انا سؤالي لك.
ملك السعوديه ولي امر؟ ولي امر.
انا
بروح له.
تفضل.
في جهاد.
السعادة والله السعادة. ها
ابغى جهاد. انا ابغى جهاد.
كلام بس.
لا ابغى
كلام
جهاد.
بس صديق.
ابغى جهاد.
روح جهاد يا اخي.
ما عنده جهاد.
خلاص يروح جهاد وحدك.
عنده جهاد الترفيهية.
هذا جهاد بريطانيا.
عنده ترفيهية.
عنده
ترفيهية وحفلات هالوين.
بالله عليكم اخوة.
واليهود يروحوا لمكة والمدينة.
انا رأيت شخص عراقي دمرت بلد بريطانيا هو هنا عندهم ومستعبد من عند بريطانيا.
ما مستعبد انا. انا حر.
لا
انا حر. انا حر. انا حر.
امتحان. هذه مشري عالم المثليين واخرج برا واحرقوه. تعال
جيب العلم.
تعال امشي.
جيب العلم.
تعال امشي بس بالكاميرا. تعال
جيب العلم.
لا ما يساوي. تعال نمشي
خلي بس
مستعبد هنا.
ما مستعبد. ما مستعبد.
كرام ومعززين.
المداخل مستعبدين. المداخل مستعبدين.
شمسي عدم الجهاد.
I don't. I was hoping somebody would translate it for me.
الله قال في القرآن.
But none of these people know enough to translate this.
خليني اتكلم.
لا ما تتكلم. تجاهد ام لا؟
I'm gonna ask Said. We talk a lot.
انت مجاهد. انت مسلم. هو قال من لا يجاهد انت مسلم.
الرسول قال
ما دي عليه.
You don't speak Arabic, huh?
من لم يغزو او يحدث نفسه بالغزو مات ميتة. مات على شعبة من النفاق. مات على شعبة من النفاق. والله قال في كلام واضح في القرآن عن اللي ما يبغوا يجاهدوا انما يستأذنك يعني عن الجهاد الذين لا يؤمنون بالله.
خلاص حبيبي جاهد يا اخي. انت ليش قاعد هنا؟
انت الى ما تدعو؟ طيب الى ما تدعو؟
انا ادعو للتوحيد.
روح جاهد انت.
انت تقول جهاد انا ما قلت جهاد.
ليش قاعد تتكلم النساء والاطفال هنا؟
شوف انا قلت جهاد انت تقول جهاد. لماذا تقول ما تفعلون؟
بس اذا انا اروح اجاهد انت تقول لي ارهابي.
ما اقول لك شيء.
لا تقول ارهابي.
تفضل اخويا نساعدك. هيا ده الجهاد.
لا تقول خالد.
جاهد. جاهد ما في مشكلة. جاهد خذها والله هدية.
زين شنو
ما في مشكلة عندك. شوف حبيبي اسمع يا اخي كريم. شوف
الله امرك بالدعوة. الله امرك بالجهاد.
لا الله امرني بالدعوة. النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام قال بلغوا عني ولو آية. قال الله جل وعلا وما أرسلنا من قبلك من رسول إلا نوحي إليه أنه لا إله إلا أنا فاعبدون. وقال جل وعلا وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون. وقال تعالى ولقد بعثنا في كل أمة رسولا أن يعبدوا الله واجتنبوا الطاغوت. وقال النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام 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 احترم قول النبي. احترم قول النبي. احترم قول النبي. أنا أريد أن قول النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام. النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام
What is he talking about?
ومسلم في صحيحين عن عبد الله بن عباس أن النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام عندما أرسل معاذا.
Who's not honest?
That one.
Why? Shamsi.
Less education. He not has
Really?
big education.
But he's talking about jihad, right?
Yeah, he's talking about.
Well, what is he saying about it?
وهذه الآية مكية.
He advised him and he against him like this.
But what is the argument? What is the argument about jihad? What is the argument about jihad?
Someone agree, someone disagree. You understand?
تعرف الجهاد انا ما اتكلم عن
Shamsi doesn't agree
With what?
with jihad. This man, he is agree.
Yes, agree. Okay, got you.
النساء.
أنا جاهد. أنا جاهد.
انت جاهد. روح الولي امر قول له وين الجهاد.
هو يقول انت جاهد في السلام والعين.
أيوة.
أين الجهاد؟ أين الجهاد الآن؟ أين الجهاد الآن؟ أين الجهاد الآن؟
لازم نسويه. احنا لازم نسويه.
ايش تسوي؟ ايش تسوي ما فهمت؟
احنا لازم نسويه.
تسوي ايش؟
لازم نخلق النظام.
هذا غير عاقل هذا يا حبيبي.
لا اقول لك شيء
تقول غير عاقل.
فين؟ انا اقول له جاهد.
فين؟
فلسطين.
لحظة انت سويت
القدس.
سويت بيعة؟
لا ما سويت بيعة لكن انا جزائر بتبون ولي.
لا
يا اخي هذا خاين جاسوس. هذا شو تتعامل وياه؟
قل له ابغى جاهد.
الجهاد له شروط.
خلاص عندك الشروط.
كيف شروط؟ احنا شو استحمل الكفار؟ عفوا ايش قلت؟ يا اخي شوف حبيبي المسلمين كم بلد 50 بلد 50 بلد. لكن ايش الرقم؟ هي القوه ايش؟ قوه ايمانيه وماديه. ماشي اعترف انك غثاء. اعترف انك غثاء. انت غثاء. انا ليس غثاء. لا انا مو غثاء. انا ليس غثاء. انا ادعو الى التوحيد. انا ابغى اشاهد كيف غثاء. خلاص تفضل حبيبي تفضل طارق. والله روح شاهد يا حبيبي. غثاء جنني. هذا حياه. انت وعلمائك السبب ليش احنا غثاء. تعرف هذا احنا ضعفاء بسببك انت. طيب وسبب علماء. فانت تحت عبيد العلماء. اذا انا جاهد انت عبيد علماء. اذا انا جاهد عرفت انك تظل الكفار. اذا انا جاهد تظل الكفار. كيف؟
No respect for women. Was a liar. No respect for women.
بارك الله فيك. انت اذا تجاهد جهاد الذي شرعه الله اكون معك. انت ما تبحث عنه اصلا. انت لا تريده اصلا. تعرفه. سكت. دجاجة خواف. هذا اللي تقتل الحجاج. أسد علي وصحابي نعامة. هذا إنسان جهاد حبيبي. هذا السؤال. طيب أنا لا أريد جهاد. تفضل حبيبي جهاد. جالس في بريطانيا. جهاد. فين جهاد؟ أنت مع السنين الفقر وبنفيت. لا أنت خلك عني. الجهاد بنفيت. روح جاهد. أنا جاهد بالدعوة. لا هذا جهاد الأطفال والنساء. أعوذ بالله. الحرمة تقدر تسوي دعوة. الحرمة تقدر تسوي دعوة. الدعوة أنت خبيث. لأن تعرف الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام الرسول الذي فعل شهادة الدعوة النساء قبحك الله. النساء لا يقاتلون. شوف هذا يتعرف الرسول أنبياء لأن دعوة أنا وأنت عمل الدعوة الأنبياء والرسول. ادب علي. مالك عن الرسول. أنت مالك علاقة بالرسول. مالك علاقة بالرسول. كان رجال. ماذا تريد؟ أنت عبد عراقي في بريطانيا.
What happened, man? He didn't want to agree with you, huh?
Yeah. He's ignorant.
What? Tell me why you were saying that you should go to jihad. Why is he saying now? Why I would think that he would say yes to you.
No.
Why is he saying no?
He was saying to me, you go to jihad.
No, why is it? Yeah, he said, here's the money, go to jihad.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he want to support you with this?
This is the problem, brother. I'm saying to him, look, we need to defend ourselves. Muslims are being killed everywhere.
In Palestine.
Why you're not interested in jihad? You never talk about jihad. Why?
Yeah.
A Muslim should talk about jihad sometimes. And defending the others. I'm not saying killing others.
No, but jihad to free the Muslim land.
Exactly. He's a hypocrite.
What is his excuse? What was his excuse? I want to know this. I know your point, but what is his excuse?
Some of us love life. We hate death.
But your religion says don't love life. You get a better life in Jannah.
No, he wants to enjoy this life.
But you get better life in Jannah.
This is what we were talking about here. Did you read the verse?
Yeah.
They say Allah said to them.
You said they're unbelievers. Quran said the one who don't want to go. You said that to him. What did he say?
I said to him, you're not a
No, then what did he? You should tell him the Quran says this in the 33:16. It says that. So what did he say?
Give me a chance.
That's him. That's Shamsi. But what was his main excuse? Why is he not willing to go to jihad?
He refused to say.
He refused to say.
His only answer is, okay, go. You want to do it? Go. I'm not stopping you.
But he has to have a reason.
Do you know what I said to him?
What?
I said to him, if I go to jihad, you're going to call me terrorist. You're going to join the non-Muslim against me.
Yeah, what did he say?
He's obviously going to deny it. I'm not going to say you're terrorist.
Man, everybody's listening and they are like siding with him because the fat guy sitting next to you, he was siding with you. But everybody else is like listening.
Most
like
of them are with him,
Yeah, but they don't want to go.
You saw the conversation.
Yeah, I saw it, but I didn't understand.
Did he look
I just
like
know they were talking about
Did he
jihad.
look like someone who wants to engage in the conversation?
Of course not. No, I know. I have talked to him. I know how he does it. He doesn't want to answer the question.
He cannot defend. He can only attack.
He can only attack.
I was telling him why you and your scholars, you sit at home all your lives, even though we all know that in Islam you have to fight at certain point in your life. You have to do jihad sometimes.
So
your ulama never do it. So what's the reason? I said to him.
Because according to Quran, they're not believers. If they don't want to go to war, they're not believers. Thank you, man. Sorry about that. I don't know why your brothers are not fighting for you. That's jihad. Even the Muslims are against it. My friend here, Said, wants to go to jihad. But the Muslim brother Shamsi doesn't want to go to jihad. And the Quran says if you don't go to jihad and fight, that means you're a non-believer. You never believed in the first place.